So, as the promo and the press cycles and interviews keep going for the upcoming season of House of the Dragon, HBO is using these outlets to drop previews of the upcoming season. These previews were really short, like less than 30 seconds each. We're going to talk about 3 of them I saw floating around on social media. Let's get into it. All right, y'all, before we begin, I'd just like to remind everyone that I will be reviewing every episode of the upcoming season, so subscribe and stay tuned for that. Also, check my description box if you want to see all the reviews / reactions I did for the first season. I talked about every single episode. So yeah, just check out my description box for that playlist. Now, so for the first clip we're going to talk about, basically it starts out with Daemon asking Sir Eric Cargill, what made you stand around and watch as the Hightowers usurped the throne, like you and your traitorous twin? And immediately I'm just like, oh, okay, Daemon, because like we already talked about how you were putting loose death on Rhaenys, and now you lashing out at Sir Eric, and Sir Eric could have stayed with Eric. Sir Eric could have stayed in King's Landing, but he here with y'all. And so I'm like, you're lashing out, and I get it. It's a lot of grief and pain, but like, don't do too much now, Daemon. I mean, Daemon's middle name is too much or do too much. So like, we shouldn't be surprised. Either way, Daemon's annoying me. Daemon's annoying me. So Sir Eric gives a very reasonable and logical response and says, no, my prince, I'm ashamed by it. That's why I abandoned the Kingsguard and my brother and came here. So it's like, not only did I leave the Kingsguard and risk all the kind of risk that comes with that, right? But I left my goddamn brother over there, right? So why are you dragging me? Why are you dragging me? Daemon said, I don't care. Aegon was in your grasp. You should have killed him yourself. And it's just like, all right, Daemon, just because you would have done that, you expect Rhaenys to do that, you expect Sir Eric to do that. It's just like, you doing too much. You doing too much. You are not thinking about everyone else's station within this system. You're not thinking about, you know, the thoughts that would be going through their head. Is like, you want me to kill the king? You want, you not think, Daemon, your ass might get away with that shit, but everybody else can't do that. Everybody is thinking before they act and plunge the entire realm into war like everyone else is thinking. If we're going to go to war, let's go to war, but let's regroup. Let's come together. Let's organize a plan. Let's think about it. Let's then execute it. You know, Daemon is expecting Rhaenys and Sir Eric to act in certain ways when it's like, we didn't even discuss war. This is war, girl. We didn't even discuss it. You want me to go through it? I don't know. Okay. I get the sentiment. I get that they're traitors, but the Greens are traitors, but it's like, we got to think, hun. We got to think. Sir Eric to that says, Eric and I were named to the Kingsguard at just like 18 years old. Okay. We were sworn to protect the entire royal family. So what were we supposed to do when y'all turned against one another? And to me, it's just like, yes, bro, Daemon, why you not think about that shit? Daemon doesn't have an immediate response to that. You know, the clip ends, but the clip ends, right? So we don't know what he says after that. I'm just like, why are you not thinking about that? Like, I get that you're angry, Daemon, but you're about to mess up the allies that you're about to fumble the allies that y'all do have by throwing a tantrum. And like I said, he is grieving. I get it. It's and the disrespect of the Greens just coming and usurping the throne. Like, I get the emotions that are involved in that, but it's just like, if at this point the way that you're acting, you about to fumble our allies, it's just like, bro, you're gonna be annoying to deal with this entire season. You're gonna be annoying to deal with. It reminds me of how much you pissed off the Red Keep and the Council while Viserys was alive, bro. While Viserys was alive, bro. And like, I don't know. I think a part of Daemon's story is just like, you know, he loves hard or whatever. He definitely thinks that he is acting and doing what he needs to do, the right thing, what's necessary. But a lot of that, I mean, when we talk about, you know, Viserys versus Daemon and Rhaenyra getting told the secret and him not, and, you know, him being king of the Stepstones, it gives very much like, I don't know if he feels like he got to prove himself for prove his loyalty. Do you see what I'm saying? Daemon, you're just doing a lot. But you always do, so why are we surprised at this point? All right, let's switch to Alicent and Otto corny asses. Alicent said to Otto, we only need, this is a new preview, obviously. She said, we only need to mind Aegon until the novelty of rule is spent. Then when he tires of it, we can take the reins and guide everybody, guide the realm, guide us to victory. And it's so funny hearing her even speak like this, because I'm like, girl, you're over here in shambles, scrambling, because that son that you raised or didn't or whatever, girl, but that son that you raised is just an absolute mess. Y'all are going to try and control him, and I bet nothing is going to work until that milk of the poppy comes running down his veins. I'm sure that nothing is going to work. Y'all going to try and control. Nothing's going to work until he's humbled. The hell? And then so Otto responded to Alicent like, yeah, okay, girl, obviously I had the same idea. We just, dangle shit in front of him like y'all did with Joffrey. Just like, whatever, let him think that he doing something. And then we just guide the realm to victory, like she said. But he said, you have to accept, Alicent, that only fire and blood is going to come after this. Only violence is going to be coming after this point. And then Alicent gonna say, yeah, I know, but that doesn't mean it must be wanton. And I'm just like, girl, you are so delusional right now that it's not even funny no more. Like, it's not even funny. Half the violence, like the pillaging and sacking and R-wording that comes with war in Westeros, is wanton in the first place. All of it is gruesome and horrific and unnecessary and terrible. Like, she's essentially saying, okay, well, we can go to war. I expect us to go to war. It's fine as long as the war is rated PG or PG-13. I'm just like, girl, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? This is war, Miss Mamas. War. She's just like, yeah, I know. I expect violence, and that's fine as long as the violence isn't just like senseless and unnecessary. I'm like, this entire war is senseless and unnecessary. What are you talking about? So Alicent, you're gonna piss me off. You're gonna piss me off the most. Daemon is gonna annoy the hell out of me. I can already tell. As much as I am Team Black, Daemon's gonna annoy me, but at least when he annoys me, he will be defeating enemies, at the same time. At least he'll be chopping off heads and clearing the way for Rhaenyra, as long as Rhaenyra stay out his way and she don't get her head chopped off by this by this man, because he already choking her out and stuff and lunging at her. So yeah, like, at least when Daemon pisses me off, he's going to get stuff done. Alicent, you just gonna piss me off. You just like a pimple that's just sitting there. You just gonna, for no reason, you just gonna piss me off for no reason. So let's talk about the last one I saw on social media flowing around, the last preview. It was like Rhaenys and Steve. Oop, bitch. Rhaenys and Corlys. Sorry. Talking in bed. Rhaenys was caressing that chest, honey. Do you hear me? Do you hear me, y'all? Rhaenys was caressing that chest. And honestly, I get it. Cause same. Same. Zaddy Corlys. I'm so serious, y'all. Anyway, so Corlys is over here talking about Daemon, and he's saying, I mistrust his silence, which of course, like, you should. Cause like, if Daemon's here and he's not fucking talking, he's not doing something, he's not being annoying, not violent, he's just silent, you should be definitely more worried than if he's running his mouth and talking in front. Like, if Daemon is not talking, y'all should be worried. Corlys said, Daemon flies when we most needed his hand at the oar, And I'm just like, that's so ironic, because like, you left Rhaenys when she needed you the most last season too. Oops. Oops. Are we gonna get into that, or we gotta leave that alone? Okay, Corlys. Okay. So Rhaenys then says, and then after this, the clip ends, so it's really, really short. Rhaenys says, devotion has never sat well with Daemon. So it's a lot of moving parts going on already just from the previews. So I cannot wait to see what they have in store for us this season. These battles too, and seeing Baelor and Moondancer, and just, I don't know, y'all. I'm so ready. Please tell me what you thought about these previews and stuff, if you happen to catch them when they aired on TV or when people put them online. Thank you so much for watching the video. Love y'all so much, and I'll check y'all later. Peace. All right, y'all, make sure that you're going to www.zeraxia.com. When you join the wait list there on the site, you will be the first to be notified when I drop my sequel. Also, you'll immediately get chapter 1 of my upcoming sequel of the upcoming book sent to your email as a PDF. So check that out. Also, this is a different excerpt from my upcoming book, so you definitely want to pause to read if you're trying to get your life. Keep in mind that this upcoming book, this sequel, is following up the first book that is already released called Zeraxia, Wrath of the God King. I released it a few years ago. It was my introduction to writing fantasy and stuff, so just go easy on me. But either way, as you can see here, it's given 4.9 stars. It's given 4.9 stars. So yeah, check out Zeraxia, Wrath of the God King while you wait for Zeraxia, The Vengeance of Coldwind, right? And go to Zeraxia.com, sign up, join the wait list, get your free chapter. Thank you so much.